everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is a really good episode because I'm going to be showing you some of my best acting work. Now, what could that possibly mean? You're wondering, I'm sure. That means I'm going to show you my demo reel. And a demo reel is 2 to 3 minutes of your best acting work that you've done so far, typically from movies or TV. Now, you can have a few different reels, so I've heard and I've learned, but I only have one based off of the amount of work that I've done. So let me walk you through the different kind of reels that you can have. You can have a dramatic reel, which is like all of the serious things you've done in work. You can also have a comedic reel, which is all of the funny things, especially if you're trying to go for that kind of role. I'm trying to tap into being a comedic actor, but I don't know how well that's going so far, but we're gonna keep pushing for it, so no worries. And you can also have a commercial reel, which is a reel of all the commercial work you've done. Pretty much all the reels that I'm naming are pretty self-explanatory. You get it. I only have one reel so far because I haven't done a lot of work yet. And it's gonna keep growing though, so don't even worry. But so far I have one reel which is compiled of a lot of work that I've done in school, which is why I went back to grad school so that I can work on a reel. And some things that I've done outside of school. So, without further ado, I'm going to show you my demo reel.
Came here, your friends consisted mainly of boys.
Does it also say in there that I'm promiscuous?
Now, what makes you choose that word?
I mean, how many guys does a girl have to sleep with to be considered promiscuous? Textbook promiscuous.
What do you think?
10, 8, 5. But how many girls does a guy have to sleep with to be considered promiscuous? 10, 20, 109?
Wow, way to be gentle.
You move in a week to a whole other continent, and you choose now to tell me? You dick.
What was I supposed to do? Keep it to myself?
So you decide to shift the whole dynamic of our friendship, and then what? Peace the fuck out?
What shift? There's no shifting.
This is a shift. A massive shift. Of fucking tectonic proportions.
Oh, you're tripping.
But we did.
I wore a condom that night. I'm allergic to vaginas.
Condoms aren't 100% effective.
Doesn't matter. I'm a father fucker, not a fucking father. That thing's not mine.
Did you just call our child a thing?
I mean, that's what it is right now, right?
Yes, but then it'll be a baby. And then a toddler and a teenager. But it's fine. I don't expect for you to be a daddy.
Okay, Janie, what makes me such a taker?
Because, Shelly, every time you need me, you expect me to drop everything and run to your aid. And of course I do.
Do the same for you.
Really? Because last week when I called about a problem with Marty, you blew me off to watch Survivor.
I did not.
I heard the horns in the background and everyone going, Hoya, Hoya, Hoya.
Little homophobia.
It's not homophobia.
Okay, it seems a little like, you know,
I'm gay.
What?
I'm a lesbian.
What? No.
I've never said that out loud before, but I've always known.
I can't tell if I love you
What?
or if I hate you.
Are you telling me you love me? Do you really want to do this right now?
I didn't say that.
But you said,
I said, I can't tell.
tell if you love me.
No.
You can be really impossible sometimes. Do you know that?
Oh, have I offended you?
I don't need to stay in your guest house. I'm an adult.
You're a fucking slut.
Whatever happened between me and Kevin, it wasn't his fault.
Don't you dare fucking defend my husband. Out!
You don't get to shut me out. You don't get to do. Ow! Did you just punch me in the boob? Okay, so that was my reel. It was cool, right? No, it's like amazing. I'm so good at this. Like, I'm so good at this. Anyway, so let me also walk you through some of the technical parts of having your reel. In your reel, you want to make sure that you have a headshot at the beginning and a headshot at the end of your reel. Typically, they need to be different because they don't want to see the same headshot. And at the beginning, you want to make sure you say Melanie Finney video or demo reel. or Melanie Finney comedic reel, or dramatic, you get it, commercial reel, so that they know exactly what they're looking at, so they're not guessing like, I thought I was looking at her dramatic reel, but this is funny. I don't understand. You don't want to confuse casting directors at all. You want to just, they have a lot of time they don't have a lot of time. So you want to be able to give them and show them exactly what they are looking for. So make sure at the beginning of the reel you specify what kind of reel you're showing. Secondly, at the end of your video, of your reel, if you have a website, put that website on there, because now you've got them interested. One, if they made it to the end of your reel, congratulations, they're interested in you, or more interested than the next person. So you want to make sure that you're putting your website at the end of that reel. MelanieFinney.com. They can go and see my resume, they can go and see other pictures and whatever else that I am doing on my website. I might have another reel that they might want to go look for. So you want to make sure that you put your website on your reel. If you don't have a website, it is okay. It's all right. I got very lucky with my website. As you guys know, I've told you before, I reached out to a guy on Backstage and he was looking to make websites for free, and I got lucky. I still had to pay for my domain, but the website, the labor was free. So I'm pretty sure it's not too hard to make a website. I'm saying that not from experience, but I hear it's not that hard to make your own website. So if you have the time and the energy, I definitely would say put it into making a website. If you feel like you don't have that much work yet, I still say make it. You just never know what people are looking for. You never know what you have to offer. So I think you should still put the effort into making a website, because you have something important to say and people want to hear it. So make your website, you actor, you. And also you want to make sure that you have good transitions throughout your videos and your reel. First, when I chopped this together, because I edited my own reel and I'm proud of it. But when I edited my reel at first, I sent it to an acting friend and she was like, girl, these transitions are like, what's happening? Because I wasn't specifying when the scene or the chunk was over. So I was just like, okay, here's one scene, boop, boop, boop. And it was a little jarring. So after I watched it, I was like, ugh, yeah, that makes sense. So clear transitions between each of your chunks of work, so that you're not throwing off the casting directors, because you get invested because you want to put really good chunks of your work in your reel. So you end up getting very invested in whatever that scene is. So you pull people out of it. That's why when you go to an audition and people tell you, whoever's telling people out here to say end scene, don't do that. But you do want to always take a beat at the end of an audition and just say thank you. And that is pretty much what you're doing with these transitions in your reel. So make sure that those transitions are smooth. And lastly, you just want to put your best work forward. I know there were some scenes that I've done, they were like short films, and I'm like, the whole thing is good. You have to go through and sit through every piece of film, every piece of scene or whatever that you really like, and find find the part that speaks to your type, because that's the point of the reel. Or find parts that maybe don't speak to your type but you're trying to really like hone into a little more. But just make sure that you are picking the right part. Don't pick a part where you're just reacting most of the time, unless it's some very good response to your other character. Don't do a lot of response. You want to be talking. You want to be doing the most action. You don't want the scene partner that you're with to be pulling focus on you, because it is your reel. And you don't want them to end up being like, hey, your reel was good, but where's the other girl that you did that scene with? So put your best work forward into your reel. And and you are on your way to making a good reel. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, because I definitely enjoyed it. And I hope this helped a lot for anyone out there that's trying to make a reel, because it's not easy. Also, if you feel like you can't edit your own reel, try to get a friend that's like a photographer or like a cinematographer, or maybe even a director, someone that has an eye for those kind of things, and see if they can put it together for you. I just edit my own YouTube videos, so I kind of figured I could edit my own reel. And I think you can too, but if not, if you don't feel comfortable, definitely get a friend that has an eye for that kind of stuff. Because I even still had to get my friend that's like into directing and everything to look over my reel, just to make sure that I wasn't being biased about my work. So those few tips will definitely get your reel out there, and it'll definitely get you started on the right road. So I hope this helped. Please make sure you guys subscribe, like, comment and let me know what was your favorite part about my reel. Let me know if you're having any troubles making your own reel, and I will do my best to help you. Please make sure you guys come back and act out with me some more. I will see you next time.